All right. Okay. Can you hear me, Queen?
Loud and clear. Can you
I
hear
feel like
me?
we might have an issue today with this internet because I'm freezing on my part. But we're
Mm.
here with the Peak Wellness Hour. We're super excited. I want you all to take a second to grab a pen and paper. We're going to have a discussion about your hormones and all that good stuff. We're going to dive deep into burnout and everything. But I also want you to hit the like button. Please subscribe. And if you've not already done so, please share. We're going to get started in just a second. I'm going to try to fix this internet and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to let Queen Edith bring us in, the CEO and founder of Peak Homecare Associates here in Noblesville, Indiana. Pastor, leader, educator, empower. I love this queen. I'm gonna let her bring us in. I'm not gonna let her. She's gonna bring us in. I'm gonna fix my internet, you all, because it's gonna be a great conversation. So I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second. Queen.
Good morning, friends and family. Welcome to the second Saturday of the month of August. It is exciting to come your way once again. Okay, so we're gonna continue from what we left off, where we left off last week, right? Last week we talked about thyroid and general wellness. Today we're gonna continue it. But before I do that, I wanna ask each one of you to please kindly share this video, like, and say something. How was your week? How did your week go? What did you do differently? Please share your thoughts and let us know whether last week's discussion was something that was helpful to you. Okay, God bless you so much. I don't know what's going on with Queen, but today our topic is, oh, she has another one. Burnout or hormonal imbalance. Understanding what your body is telling you. We've been talking about the body keeps the score. And I know that book is a book on trauma, but it teaches us a lot about our body, which you and I both need to know. It teaches us a lot about our bodies. So I will let Queen take us on if she's not ready. Let me continue. Many individuals mistakenly attribute their fatigue or stress to minor issues, not realizing that these could be signs of a deeper hormonal imbalance. Our topic sheds light on how much hormonal health affects physical and emotional states, helping people understand when something is off balance to them. So, I have a few things I need you to. Queen, are you here?
Go ahead,
So
Queen. I'm
when
sorry.
we talk about hormonal imbalance, what is that? What does that mean?
Are you asking me? I mean, it's just that
Queen,
it is
before
an imbalance.
you go on, we
Go
want to
ahead.
let the public know we are not their public. We are not their medical advisors. So go on and
Mhm.
disclaimer, get the disclaimer going.
Yes, thank you, Queen. And first of all, welcome to my Queen Mother, aka Rhonda Thomas, my Queen Aunt, Queen Betty. Thank you all for being here. Yes, we are medical professionals, but we are not your physicians. We are not giving medical advice. We do advise you to go and consult with your physician or whatnot in regards to the conversations that we have here regarding basic understanding of your health and overall well-being. So thank you, Queen. Imbalance of hormones. So I'm going to turn off my screen for a second because I was reading something, or maybe I can move it over. I can still see. Okay. So with the hormonal imbalance, you have to understand what hormones are first. So hormones regulate our whole body system, and there are a bunch of them. Um, so I'm sorry, I'm reading through this. When we are looking at things, and I know we have men in the conversation, and men don't leave because this pertains to you as well. So please do not leave. We're going to get to you all and everything with hormonal imbalances. So when we're looking at this, we have hormones. You have your oxytocin, you have glucagon, insulin, growth hormones, estrogen, testosterone. We're going to break all that down for you in a sense today and have that conversation. Because what we don't realize is, like Queen said with the title, is it hormonal imbalance or is it burnout? And once we understand how the hormones, how our body systems, our organs regulate these hormones, I think we'd be wise to be more mindful of how we take care of our bodies. Um, so, like you said, hormones are chemical messengers that control key functions like your metabolism, your mood, reproduction, energy, sleep, right? So think about all these things in our lives. You know, you're stressed out, you're always tired, issues with relationship kind of bedroom things, all these play in together. The body works together. We say the body keeps the score. Queen, it works together. You all have to get that book. I have not read it yet, but Queen has spoken so highly on it. I am definitely
You
going to
know,
get that.
I'm gonna start. Where is that book? It's still sitting here. I'm gonna start posting pages. Some of the pages I've highlighted. I'm gonna
Mhm.
start. You know, it has a title. It has a page, chapter 9. What's love got to do with it? Right? It's a book on trauma, but it teaches us how our body remembers things. You understand? So I'm gonna start taking pictures and posting it on our page, of some of the things that it talks about, some of the things that resonates with me. I'm gonna start sharing some of these things because it makes a whole lot of difference. And if we can
Mhm.
all, I don't know, if we can do a raffle, I can buy one for one person. One person, I don't
There
know.
you go.
We've had some seriously faithful followers, and I think they
Hmm.
deserve to have this. It doesn't look like we've had trauma in our lives, but you'd be surprised. There's a big T trauma, which is a big thing, and the little things that may not be trauma to others, but has traumatized our lives, and it's affecting everything we are doing. It's affecting a lot of things, little traumas. So this book helps a lot. Let me read this. Let me read this. Initiation, intimidation, stigmatization, isolation, helplessness, and self blame depend on a terrifying reality of childhood sexual abuse. Do you know how many people were abused as children sexually? And this is a part on sexual abuse. Don't worry about things like that. That could never happen in our family. How could you ever think of such a terrible thing? Don't let me ever hear you say anything like that again. The average child never asks and never tells. And it goes on to talk about how this affects your body. Even if you kept it, especially if you kept it, you never talked about it. It could have been your mother's boyfriend, your father's girlfriend, somebody in the house. It talks a lot about how that affects you as a child. So you begin to isolate, you begin to feel stigmatized, you begin to blame yourself for everything, and you don't even know where that is coming from. It's affecting your marriage, it's affecting your relationship with your children. You don't know where that's coming from. Anyway, I'll let
Let
you.
me ask you, no, I love it. Thank you for that insight. So let me ask you a question with that being said. And you all know, most of you know that Queen Edith is um, in the works with therapy, getting her therapy license. So proud of her for that. She's working really hard on all aspects of her life. So that's awesome. So with your knowledge and your understanding from a therapist standpoint, and I know you're doing family and marriage and whatnot, with that passage you just read, what is your take on um, hormonal imbalance as youth? Do you believe that trauma can affect how, your hormone production in your adolescence, therefore affecting you in the future as in adulthood?
Absolutely. I'm not a nurse and I am not a medical professional. I work in the field. I don't consider myself a medical professional, but I will say this: anything that will cause you to look inside only, blame yourself for anything, isolate, feel intimidated by situations, is definitely affecting you. It's affecting your stress level, number one, and it's definitely creating some kind of hormonal imbalance. I'm telling you, it is. We have to deal with the whole person. Your body is telling you something is wrong. It's affecting what you're eating, what you're drinking, how you're moving. It's affecting your stress hormones. So yes, it definitely affects your hormonal hormones in a way.
Absolutely. And
That's
I
my
think with that being
uneducated
said,
version.
I love it. I think with that being said, we have to keep in mind, and I know a lot of us on this in this virtual space at the moment, um, our children are older or they're adults. So I do want to emphasize that when we're dealing with youth and adolescents, even though they may not be our own, it's important to instill values and allow for safe spaces for our youth, because there is a lot of psychological trauma that is going on within the youth today. And we cannot deny that. We cannot overlook that. There is definitely an imbalance going on. So that is something that we need to collectively, as a village, address. Even with our adult children, having conversations and healing together from situations will more times than often be very difficult, but certainly worth it. So just keep those things in mind as well. As you continue to grow, we're not too old. We're never too old to learn. Um, so yes, just keep that in mind. Um, okay, so really quickly, did you want to say something, Queen?
Do I want to do what?
Oh,
What
no,
did
so
you
did you
say?
want to say something?
I wanted to you've talked about what hormonal imbalances. What are the hormones in our life? What are the hormones in our bodies? Okay. And I just did a check, and the first hormone it talks about is the stress hormone. Oh yeah, some of the causes of hormonal imbalances. The first thing it talks about is the stress.
Hmm.
It's stress again, chronic. It's not just stress. You are stressed once a while, or no, chronic stress. I think stress is a huge thing and it has to be a topic on its own. How do you even talk about stress? Diet and lifestyle. Okay, age. A diet and lifestyle, poor nutrition, high sugar intake, lack of exercise, poor sleep hygiene affects hormone production, particularly insulin, estrogen, testosterone, and cortisol. Okay, stress hormones, stress disrupts hormones like your thyroid and insulin. Okay, so these, and then your age. Age also has an effect on your hormones. But I don't know, Queen, I get these text messages from this place, I'm not going to mention them, asking for hormone infusion. They give you, they I think they give you some hormones in your body to help you function well. I don't know how true that is, but we cannot not take care of ourselves and just take hormones. I don't know how those things work. Maybe when you have the proper
Mm.
hormonal balance, you will make right decisions. I do not know. But there's something about our hormones that are impacting our way of living. And it's affected by lack of proper diet, consistent or chronic stress, and also, of course, other medical conditions and medications. I'll go into it. We'll go into it. I'll let Queen go and then we'll go into it. Okay.
I mean, but how many times have we talked about, stress
Stress.
and managing that, diet, exercise? Of course, by any means, if you feel that you need a medication regimen, then talk to your doctor or whatnot about that. But I'm a strong believer that the body heals itself. It corrects itself when you take care of your body. And it requires a lot. It requires discipline. It requires resilience and commitment and self love. And I think, like I said, with the hormones, especially estrogen, um, the side effects are just ridiculous. And from my understanding, they are a strong cancer causing agent in some instances. So, how are you taking hormones for estrogen depletion and you wind up with cervical cancer? Think about that. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna share my screen with you all really quick. 'Cause while Queen was talking about those hormones, I want you all to see it. I'm gonna turn my screen off for just a second because I'll be looking into this
Queen,
printout. I'm gonna be looking crazy.
whilst you're sharing the screen, I'm just gonna come up. This one of the factors that I think is affecting a lot of us is we're busy. We're busy, so busy that we are not planning and prepping. Okay. I get busy, and when I'm tired, I just want to go to bed. I don't want to cook, and I don't want to do a lot of things. Okay. And because we are busy, we are not food prepping. Because we are busy working or trying to earn a living, we are not making the time to exercise. But these things are very important. So it's so important that we take the time to make the time. We have to be deliberate about walking to our mailboxes, getting up and walking just down the street, looking at what is going on in our neighbor. We have to be intentional about getting some exercise in, getting some natural lighting, being outdoors. We have to be intentional. We have to take 2 hours or 3 hours a week to prep our food. We have to make time to do a proper list of things we need at the grocery. We have to learn about the things you are putting in our mouth. I was talking to my friend this morning, and she said, Edith, one thing I realized was that I don't know how to eat, or I don't know how to use food. I don't know how to eat. So I had to take the time to learn how to eat, what not to eat, even foods to eat together. So it's a learning curve, and we all have to make the time to do it. Anyway, I'll let you go on. You ready,
No,
Queen?
you're fine, Queen. I'm breaking up really bad.
No, I can hear you.
So Okay, maybe it's on my part. Okay. So here are some of the hormones. Just and I blew it up for you guys so you can see what's happening. But to the left, I just want to show you what these hormones are. So you got, let me see. So you got insulin that's made in the pancreas. Okay. Here we go with the lower blood sugars. It lowers blood sugars by helping cells absorb glucose. So we are going to have a conversation on diabetes eventually. But one thing I want you to understand when we're talking about blood sugars, think about getting a glass of water and filling the glass of water all the way up. And then you half, make it half full with sugar and you try to stir it. That's what all that insulin, all, all that glucose stuck in your body does to your cells, to your veins. So diabetes is a serious situation, not to be taken lightly. Um, if you have too little insulin, you have a high blood sugar. Too too little insulin, you have issues with weight gain. So just some things there. Glucagon is the same thing, kind of works with insulin to raise your blood sugar. We talked about the T3 and T4 cells, hormones last week with the thyroid gland. And like Queen shared, having her surgery and just dealing with that or whatnot. But this is going to control your metabolism, your energy, your blood temp. Okay. If it's too little, you're tired all the time. You have weight gain, depression, too much, rapid heartbeat, anxiety, weight loss. So again, is there something going on with your thyroid that you need to look at? The growth hormone, and that's why when I asked you, Queen, about your thoughts as far as childhood trauma and imbalances in hormones, here we go with the growth hormone. It stimulates growth of bones and muscles. If you have too little, it'll stunt your growth. Where am I at? If you have too much, you have what's called acromegaly or acromegaly, depending on how my husband and I say it, or giantism. So I don't know if you all remember Andre the Giant. That's what he suffered with, being just overgrown and just huge. So with when I asked about the childhood trauma, and that that growth hormone not regulating correctly, have that with the stunt growth or whatnot. Of course, we have the testosterone and the estrogen, uh, progesterone. So with testosterone, it builds muscle, bone, and libido. Okay, or helps with libido. Too little of it, you have a low sex drive and muscle loss and a fatigue. Too much of it, aggression, acne, hair loss. Isn't that interesting? Huh. That's very interesting, the hair loss. Um, with estrogen, it regulates menstrual cycles, but it's also good for bone health. So think about when we're going through menopause, women, and now you don't have this estrogen. Now you're more brittle. Now we're having falls as senior citizens. You see what I'm saying? So all these things go together. And like we talked about with the hormones, do you do replacement therapy or do you start to eat right? Do you try to exercise more? You know, and as we get older, that is something that I have to implement is working out on a regular basis. Taking a walk around the block will change your life. Okay. And doing it regularly. If you don't have enough estrogen, you have irregular periods and bone loss. Too much, you got the clots, then the weight gain and the mood swings. So we're talking about PMS. It's a joke to a lot of people, but what's happening is me not being moody and hateful is
Oh,
there's an imbalance, and that's not a conversation that we want to have. Even as women, we'll say, "Oh, she must be on her period." No, we need to acknowledge that there is something hormonally going on in our body, and that is serious. But we don't talk about it. Serious situation. Um, I'm gonna pause. I'll let you all look at this. Did you want to say anything, Queen? I want to show some of these.
Queen, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you
Hey,
something. W- Why do we
ask.
not? Why? Because you know, why do we not take the time to learn about these things? How come we don't know? We don't know these things. We don't know how our body works, which is the most important thing we have right now on earth. This body is this thing that's going to carry us all through our lives. It's the one thing we were born with, it's the one thing we're going to die with, okay? The only time we leave this body is when we die. Why don't we know a lot about it? We take care, we do a lot to take care of the outer part of the body. Why don't we do stuff to build in our inner body that impacts our health? Because our health affects every area of our lives. Our health
Mhm.
affects every area of our lives. And this morning, I was talking to a very smart friend of mine. She says, she said, and I don't want to go racial, but she says, Black women are the most educated women in the world. Most
Fantastic.
educated women in the world. And when we talk about obesity, we are the most obese people in the world. How can we be so smart
Mhm.
and not know how to take care of this vessel? It bothers me. I am part of that statistic. I'm not going to take myself out of it. And let me say
Right.
this, I don't know what it is, but in the last, since I've lost 6 pounds, I checked my weight this morning and I've lost 6 pounds.
Awesome.
So I've lost 6 pounds. So I don't know what it is, but I'm excited about it. It goes to speak about my thyroid. It goes
Mhm.
to speak about my thyroid. Look at how small my neck is, not because I've lost weight, but because of the mass that was removed. I was sharing this morning that it's interesting. I haven't seen my neck like this in a very long time. So, what other hormonal imbalances do I have? Why aren't we asking our doctors questions? Could it be a hormonal imbalance? Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't
I
know, so
do.
we are also not asking the right questions.
And I think that's
We
the answer right there, that we don't know what to ask. So we're not asking questions. I do. That's why I said I'm a strong believer in understanding how the body works and healing your body before going to medications. And I'm not dismissing that. All I'm saying is that we have to know our bodies, but there's a limitation. I think we're at the point in Western medicine where if something's wrong, we automatically go to the doctor, and they're just practicing medicine. They will never heal you. They will never, your body will heal itself. They will not heal you. If you think that chemo and radiation is healing your body, you're pumping poison into your body to kill bad cells that also kill good cells. That is not healing. Your body does that process when you take care of it, when you speak to it and you listen to it. You know, I think with women, and I don't want to make it any kind of divisive way, whether racially or not even religiously, but to your statement, from my experience, I find that a lot of the Black community has a strong sense of praying things away, which is fine if you understand how to do so. So when you're praying this illness and this sickness and this dis-ease away, what you're not to do is just to put it out there in the universe, leaving it floating around somewhere. You have to direct that word. You have to direct that purpose. So when you are praying for healing, you're praying and giving thanks. for your healing. It's not a request. You see what I'm saying?
It's
Like
it's it's
I'm grateful for my healing,
interesting.
and when you are grateful for it, when you feel that prayer, then you feel that healing, and it is real. So I think not being realistic about the fragileness of the shell is causing the miseducation.
This is very interesting that you bring up the praying away. You see, prayer is ineffective, first of all, without faith. And sometimes one of the reasons you are allowed to even know that there's something not going right in your body system, sometimes one of the reasons is so that you will learn how to take care of the body.
Hmm.
So sometimes God's process is for you to learn how to eat right. Sometimes God's process is for you to learn how to exercise. Sometimes God's process as you pray is God will lead your doctor to show you how to take care of you. And sometimes he will just instantly heal you. So the truth is that I'm a Christian. I believe in the power of prayer, but I
Hmm.
also know that there is a part that we have to do. There is a responsibility. Let's just say that I have a weight issue, right? And I keep praying and I keep praying. Good morning, Ken. And I keep praying, I keep praying, I keep praying. And all the time, what God is leading me is to learn how to eat properly so I don't continue to put the wrong things in my mouth at the right time or at the wrong time, however you put it. He can shrink me. He can do this in a second. But what will I learn? I'll go back eating the same way. So the foundation of the problem is still there. It's not about, it's a lot of the time it's not about where you're going. It's the process that takes you there. That's where the real work is. That's where the real results are. Listen, so I saw a video of one of these rich guys who put himself at a place where he had no money, he had nothing. But because he knew how to amass wealth, financial wealth for himself, he said, give me 1 week, 1 month, I will be able to get money. I'll be able to make money. So it's a mindset, it's a process. And sometimes the process is your mindset. It's not so much the prayer. The prayer, God will give you ideas. A lot of the time when you pray, Lord, I need money, he'll give you ideas. He'll give you a business idea.
Hmm.
He'll give you something. He won't put money in your bank account. He can, but he won't. Because if you haven't learned how to manage money well, guess what? It will still go to waste. Listen, a million times zero here is always comes to zero. People have won the lotteries, made lots of money. Guess what happened? Give them a year or two, they're right back where they started. Why and how? And I have come to learn that it's not about me, you not having money or me not having money, me not knowing how, me gaining weight or me becoming smaller. It is the ability to maintain the gifts that God gives you. So it's a mindset, it's a process, and we cannot pray things away. Listen, have you ever prayed for patience? I've gone into circles where people have said, I've stopped praying for patience. Why? Because the more you pray for patience, the more situations come your way that will test your patience. Okay, the more you
Absolutely.
pray for money and God giving you business ideas to make money, if you're lazy, the idea will sit there and you continue to be lazy. The more you pray for God, help me with my health. Now he's going to teach you what not to eat, and then you begin, oh, I'm going to eat it for today. Oh, I've worked so hard this week, and so I'm going to reward myself, and you reward yourself with the very thing that sabotages your progress. You see, so let's and Queen, you are so right. Faith is work. God
And just to
expects
say
us.
this, I'm not dismissing prayer at all. I don't want anybody to think that. I'm not dismissing prayer.
No.
I'm not dismissing going to the doctor. I just want you all to understand, like she said, the process of healing your bodies, and being in tune, and a part of. Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry.
God is you. No, no, you. And you know what? I am a pastor. Okay, and I believe in the power of prayer. I do, and I pray a lot. But I do not discard the work. You have to do the work. Faith without works is
Hmm.
zilch.
Hmm.
And you are not helping God. You're doing your part. Let's not take away the responsibility. Let's not
Hmm.
try to hide the responsibility. We have to responsible for some things. We've been given everything. We waste it. We abuse it.
Hmm.
So and we are becoming, and in this day and age, knowledge abounds. Listen, so many of us are going through diseases and sicknesses because we don't know. It's not because we don't want, we don't know how. We
Hmm.
don't know how. You can literally go online and say, I'm having pain here, I'm feeling the listen, and I'm not gonna, this is not to undermine the medical field. You know, I had an accident, right? And I've been going to the doctor's office because my neck and my back continues to hurt. The last time that I went, you know what they gave me? They gave me muscle relaxing pills. Well, it helped, but guess what? The pills are gone and the pain is still there. So what do we do? A lot of the time, the symptoms are managed. The problem, the root cause of the problem is not solved. So it's always there. My friend
Hmm.
Ida goes to her doctor. She tells the doctor, this and this and this and this is what's happening to me. I don't know how to deal with it. And in the past year or two, she's been working on her health. And guess what? Because she knows she's done her research, she tells the doctor what she's feeling, how she's feeling. Could it be this? Could it be that? Could it be that? And her doctor loves her because she said, Ida, she says, well, it's Ida's body. So I know Ida's body and I need to know what is wrong. I know something is off. This is how I feel. So by her knowing the questions to ask, she's beginning to feel
Hmm.
better.
Hmm.
She's beginning to feel better. She's beginning to feel healthier. So you see, we have work to do. We have been given knowledge, all this brain mind activity. Let's use it for our benefit. Because some deaths are literally we kill ourselves. Sometimes I put things in my mouth and I say, oh, Edith, you are committing food, unalive. You are unaliving yourself by food, the food you're eating. And we do
Hmm.
that to ourselves all the time. So yes, this is a well peak wellness hour. Hormonal imbalance can cause a lot of problems. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Estrogen and progesterone is their reproductive hormones. Menstrual cycles, irregular period, mood swings, weight changes, hot flashes, all these things. Insulin, blood sugar, okay, thyroid hormones. There's so much going on. There's so much going on. There's nothing wrong with enjoying food. Food is good. Food is good, but let's learn how to eat food at the right time and know how to burn it so that we'll maintain a healthier body that will sustain us. Many of us are lagging behind just because we are not healthy. We are not healthy. We are not whole
Hmm.
in our bodies. So, Queen, yes, we can pray things away. God, in His wisdom, will direct you to do a work. Will direct you to go for a walk. Will direct you to not to put certain food in your mouth. He will. If you dare Him, He will tell you. You putting something in your mouth, and automatically you will hear the voice say, "Why are you eating this? Put it back down." Like, oh, and then you ignore, and then you eat it. He warned you.
Yes,
He warned you.
absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully, you all are enjoying this conversation. What do you all think? What do you all think? Everybody enjoying it? Put a one in the chat if you're enjoying this conversation. If you have a question or some input, insight, let us know, please. I wanted to share something with you. Do you know, Queen? Do you all know what? I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna move my thing again. Do you know what andropause is?
What is?
The term andropause.
No, is it male? The male version of menopause? It
It
sounds like
is.
it too. Oh, I guess right.
It is. So check this out. Okay, I want you all to see this. I want you all to listen to this, rather. So I was looking into men versus women with hormonal imbalance, period, because we all have some estrogen, testosterone, all those things. We all have certain amounts. So I was looking into symptoms with men. And I asked, do men have symptoms of PMS or menopause? And so this is what it said with the irritable male syndrome, is what they titled it. While men don't have menstrual cycles, some experience cyclic mood and energy changes linked to hormonal fluctuations, especially testosterone. Possible symptoms are irritability or mood swings, fatigue, decreased libido, difficulty concentrating, and sleep
Oh,
problems. Causes may include natural daily or seasonal testosterone fluctuations, stress, poor diet, or underlying health issues. Again, you've got to take care of your body. So when we look at the andropause, it is a gradual decline of testosterone levels, typically starting in the late 40s to early 50s. Unlike female menopause, which is sudden and marked by the end of menstruation, andropause is slow and progressive. Some symptoms can include reduced energy and stamina, lower libido and erectile changes, muscle loss, increased belly fat, depression, irritability, sleep disturbances, loss of motivation. And you can confirm, diagnosis is confirmed with blood tests for testosterone levels. So there's a little information for you all.
wow, male menopause. Wow. I have
It's
never,
not,
ever, ever heard of this. Wow.
yeah. So when we make these jokes about, our imbalances, it's serious. Now we have the term toxic masculinity. I don't know where that even fits in with a conversation with real men, but is there something going on where that imbalance is causing the short temper, the lack of patience?
Wow. Wow. I'm impressed. And I am
Yeah.
shocked. I am shocked. Wow.
Hmm.
There's a thing that, wow.
The Queen Mother says she knows
And
some
do
are
do
dealing with
they
this.
Queen Mother is saying she knows stuff. Do we know what, do they know what it is? Because I've never heard, all they talk about is the female part, right?
Hmm.
I've never heard it being talked about, like I've never heard it before.
I haven't either. But how often do we really talk about menopause with our physicians or healthcare providers? Where if I'm dealing with menopause, again, the go to is the estrogen replacement. Why aren't we talking about what that looks like, about these hormonal changes, about how we can supplement these things? See, that's the problem. We're not, again, we don't understand our bodies to say, hey, no, I don't want this. I'd rather just eat healthier stuff. I'd rather change my mindset. So of course we're not going to talk about it with men, but I tell you what we call it though. We call it a midlife crisis.
It's
All these
true.
men, all these years
It's
that
true.
have
We
been having
call
midlife crises in their 40s and 50s.
all
Could it
of
be?
them.
Could it be?
Could it be andropause? Could it be andropause? Could it be andropause?
See?
I'm posting this. I'm posting this on our
You're
page.
married, you're married, and you and your spouse are the same age. So now I'm going through menopause.
You're
Now
going
he's
through
going through,
andropause.
he's, what does that look like for your household? Are we snapping at
Right.
each other? Are we showing patience? Are we having the
Right.
conversation without the joke? What's happening here? That's something to think about. And now this
Wow.
man is feeling like you don't understand my feelings. I'm going through this midlife crisis and I don't understand why. And you got this menopause thing going on. You don't understand me. And this is possibly what's happening.
And it's always the woman going through menopause. It's never about the men, but we are all going through these life stages together. And because we lack knowledge, we can stand. So I've wondered why people will be married 30, 40 years. They get to that stage and they can stand each other and they get divorced. Sometimes we are getting divorced because we lack knowledge. We
Hmm.
lack understanding. We don't know our bodies.
Hmm. Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
short
And look
with
at
each
this.
other.
Go ahead. I'm
I'm in
sorry.
one room, you are in the other room. We are not even talking.
Hmm. And
But
so look at
if
this.
we
I'm reading
knew,
this and it's saying, am I freezing?
no, you're not.
Okay. I'm looking at this. It says, so with female menopause, the onset is anywhere between 45 and 55 typically, and it's abrupt. But with the males, it says it's usually anywhere between their 40s and their 60s, and it's slow. It's not abrupt. So now we're looking at 60s. We got 6-year-old men that are still producing babies out here. Say, so it's different. It's very different because with the female menopause, the trigger is going to be when the ovaries stop producing the eggs, and then there's a drop in the estrogen and the progesterone. With the male, like I said, it's a gradual decline of the testosterone. When you see the symptoms with females, you've got the hot flashes, irregular periods, vaginal dryness, mood changes. But with men, you don't see it. You see the low libido, the fatigue, the muscle loss, the mood changes, and you can account the low libido to being overworked, stressed out, overwhelmed, and not consider that it's a testosterone
And,
issue.
and maybe the wife is causing him grief. So guess what? He could even be bothered, but it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Queen, why don't we hear this in the medical sector? I've never heard it. I've
I haven't
never.
either. Thank you so much for bringing this conversation, this topic to light, because when I looked it up, I was like, what? I didn't. And who would think of that? But again, we're so dismissive with our health and how we diagnose or how we are diagnosed. It just doesn't happen like that. I've had friends.
Grand Rising, Quintina, God bless you. Thank you for being here. Listen, friends and family, we are
Absolutely.
talking. Okay, you're back.
Go ahead, Queen.
No, you were breaking, so I was just filling in. So continue. You
Oh, okay.
said
I'm
you
sorry.
have a friend,
I
something.
was saying, I've had. I'm breaking up. Can you hear me now?
Now you're okay, yes.
Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. I've had some adult friends that have shared with me that in their youth, starting their menstrual cycles, it was not a conversation. They, it was where you started this period and then you put these soiled garments so your mother could see them. But then the mother would clean the garments, her underclothes, and not have a conversation about the menstrual cycle. That's where the disconnect is. We don't have conversations with our children about their. Can you hear
Eh,
me?
yeah, we can hear you. It
Okay.
was a little, yeah. Oh, her internet went off. It's very interesting. She's talking about conversations with our children. We don't have these healthy conversations with our children. And I'm gonna throw in this, God bless her memory, and she didn't know how to do it. And sometimes we can't blame our parents. Sometimes they don't know. They really don't know. So when you have the opportunity and you learn, share with your family. Your line
Hmm.
broke off, so I'll let you continue.
No, you're fine. No, that was just about it. But like you said, there is no, you don't know, and I don't think it's a parent being negligent. It's just that you don't know. You know, and it's weird because now, speaking of, female issues, even men, all these commercials. I thought about that the other day. All these commercials. I don't want to be over the top, but we're it's on the TV. If it's the tampon commercial, if it's two, if it hurts, go down in size. If it, this is what we're doing in the commercials now. Is
No.
nobody teaching? This is how we're teaching and educating on commercials about your body, about how to use condoms, about all these weird things. But you don't understand what you're doing from the inside out. And that's super important. It's always uncomfortable. You know how many women didn't know that there were two avenues down there? A lot of women are grown women thinking that same thing happens from
The
the same.
urethra is the same as the V.
I'm trying to be tasteful here, but you understand. But you see, I have to talk because we're on live stream. But it's a real conversation. Why can't we say this? Where you urinate from is not the same place where you have your period. Where you conversation, and people don't know. That's why a lot of people have intimacy issues because you don't know your body. When your hormones are out of whack and you smell funny, you're acting funny, you feel fun. You see, all this goes together. This is a deep conversation. Lord have mercy.
This
So
is it.
yeah, it all goes together, and it
Maybe,
starts with knowing your body. So
so you
right.
see, lack of knowledge, that's what the Bible says. Lack of knowledge is what is destroying us.
Mhm.
Knowledge abounds. There's so much information out there these days. What are we doing with it?
Mhm.
What is going on? Do you know that many people are pre-diabetic and don't know how to even deal with it? And you can be pre-diabetic for months, for years, and one day you wake up and you are diabetic. Why? You had all those warnings. We ignore it because
Mhm.
we don't know how to eat. I think that bottom line for many of us, everything is good. I will say most things are good. Most things are good. We just know when everything has its time and its place, when to put it in our mouth. And you know what? We have legs. Okay, we have legs. And this lifestyle from your car, from your house to your car to the shop and back to your car, we need to be deliberate about using those legs as well. These things, some foods are meant for energy, right? So when you eat it, you use the energy, but we eat it and we don't burn it. So guess what?
Mhm.
It looks like that food is destroying us. No,
Mhm.
it's not. It's our lack of knowledge in knowing when to take it and how to burn it off.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you are not burning, using a lot of energy, then you don't have to eat energy giving foods
Mhm.
because you can eat a lot of carbs and just sit there. They give you energy. What are you doing with it?
Mhm.
Go, 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 go. It gets burned. The timing of foods. Okay, the
Mhm.
timing or the time you eat this. If you're eating a high carbohydrate food at 7 o'clock at night and you're going to bed, guess what? You are
Mhm.
not burning it. It's going to turn into starch or the starch will turn into fat.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, if you're losing muscle, you're gaining fat. So when we are not building muscle, we are gaining fat. When we begin
Mhm.
to build muscle, muscle eats the fats away. So we don't know our bodies. We don't know what its function is. We don't know what food does what into our bodies. So guess what? We are all messed up hormonally.
Yes.
There are things I wish I knew in my 20s or 30s.
Mhm.
I'd probably be
Mhm.
better. I'll probably be better in every area. But
Mhm.
you know what? We take the time to take care of. I take the time to do my. I love to do my nails. I'm not gonna even play. I've always listen. If I have $1 left, I'll do my nails rather than buy food. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you the truth. Why can't I do the same with my inside man? May it look good on the inside, health wise. Why
Mhm.
can't I do it? I'm asking me. Maybe you should ask yourself too.
Mhm.
And some of you are healthy and be like, Queen, look at you. Look at you. Healthy, nice looking, all of that. Some of us, you put one little thing in your mouth, you have to know that it has to do with your metabolism. Why is my metabolism so slow? What are the things that affect metabolism? What should I tell my doctor? How do we resolve it?
Mhm.
We're not thinking deeply about situations. Okay, you know you have slow metabolism. Your eyes bother you. Why are my eyes shaking so much? What is that thing that is causing my eyes to shake? Why is that bothering me? What am I missing? Talk to your
Mhm.
doctor. Pray about it. Talk to your doctor.
Mhm.
They learn medicine. So you can start with the medicine and slowly but surely wean yourself out of it, letting it be a permanent thing. Food is your medicine. Which foods will help my eye health? Which foods will help my dental health? Get the help of a nutritionist if you need it.
Mhm.
Learn it. We go to schools to learn things and we don't use them. What about
Mhm.
learning practical things you will use every day? Last week we said it, know your body because your body is speaking to you. Know
Mhm.
yourself. Why are you losing your hair? Right? Why are you so tired? Why do my teeth hurt? Why are
Mhm.
my gums bleeding? What is causing it? What am I lacking? We need to ask ourselves these questions. We do.
Yep.
We do.
Yes. So it starts with you. It's about making that decision. She's so right. It's about making that decision. I know, like she said, I have a smaller frame, but here lately,
You're
I tell you all the time.
beautiful.
Oh, let me tell you, Queen. Thank you. First of all, but you know, I will eat like a garbage disposal on any given day. Well, now I've got this little stomach here that's forming, and I said to myself the other day, well, let me stop eating as much. But I didn't say let me get down here and do some sit-ups. Let me go walking. I just said let's just stop eating as much. In my head, I didn't implement doing the exercises because now I'm not eating as much, but this little stomach's gonna sit here until it's managed. It's not going nowhere. It's just not gonna get no bigger because I'm gonna just slow it down. But I still have to exercise, so it's about discipline. And being healthy is not about size or weight, it's how you feel on the inside. So that's the real telltale. We can be walking around here looking flawless with your diabetes. You 110 pounds with diabetes. So because it looks good, you know, this is how you feel on the inside. So do not forget that. Do your due diligence, and listen to your body. It's not. I tell you, your body is not gonna lie to you. You might strongly dislike what it is telling you.
You said that a small frame, but it's really not about your size. It's what you're comfortable with, how you're feeling, you healthy. You are so right about that. You're so right. And I want to throw in this. Do you know the size of your stomach?
No. The size?
Every one of us, the size of our fist is the size of our stomach. The size of our fist is the size of our stomach. So when you take a plate, this is your stomach. When you look at everything you eating, how big is the portions? Make your fist, and that's the size of your stomach. Google it, research it. I'll tell you. Make a fist. Your fist is the size of your stomach. Make a fist. And I think that Queen and I, we're going to do something, okay? We're going to take each hormone for the next week. Look at what it affects in detail. Look at the foods that promotes the hormone production, right? One, we're gonna take one. Oh, you already started it. We're gonna take one hormone next week and say, okay, this hormone affects that. What meals, what can we do to ensure that your body is producing these hormones? Because this is a wellness thing. And we're gonna start. Listen, I'm gonna use myself as an accountability thing and begin to shop according to what my body needs and eat according to. So letting my food be my number one medicine.
I love it.
Let letting my food be number one medicine. This is a wellness hour. So we're gonna go into some wellness conversations. Everything. So prolactin, milk production for nesting mothers. That's awesome. So Queen, next week we're gonna look at cortisol. Because I think that's huge. Next, we're gonna look at
Okay.
cortisol, and then we'll see. And you and I are gonna begin to practice. Let's see if we feel well. I'm not saying if you lose
Okay.
weight or gain weight. I say let's see if we will feel well. I know one thing: you have great metabolism. I know you do, and you move around a lot too. So yes, we're gonna do that. Next, we're gonna look at cortisol. What causes
Okay.
deficiency in the cortisol hormones? How can we improve it with our diet? What do we need to say to our doctor? When we go see our doctor, this is how I feel. And I know that these things don't work in isolation. So we're going to take one. And if you have a pen and paper you want to write notes, good for you. If not, good for you. It's you know what? We are not the experts. We are not your medical professionals. I am not a medical professional. Queen G is, but she's not your medical professional. So we are sharing
Mhm.
our thoughts based on what we have learned on the internet, in our books, what she has learned as a nurse, what I have read, what I have experienced. We are sharing it to give you information as a guide. But by all means, please go to your medical providers, medical professionals, and talk to them about it.
Mhm. I think that does it, you all. I hope you all enjoyed this. We cannot leave out of here because we can talk forever about whatever when it comes to wellness. But we cannot leave out of here without telling you how this came about. So, Queen, this show is sponsored by.
Peak Home Care Associate. This conversation started as a Peak Home Care Associates, initiative to talk to you about home care. Well, it's evolved into Peak Wellness Hour. You know how everything grows, right? We are growing, and I know that we're going to grow bigger. But in the meantime, I invite you. Go on Facebook and like Peak Home Care Associates. We are sharing a lot of great information. Share it with friends and family. We are located in the state of Indiana. So if you are in Indiana, I'm begging of you, share it. Share with friends, share with family. You know what? Somebody may need just even respite care or needs a break. Somebody needs someone to just be a companion, something you and I cannot do without. For a long time, we are not created to live in isolation. Companionship, you know, basic help, general help. Call us Picom Care Associates, non-medical agency in the state of Indiana. Located in Noblesville, which is in Hamilton County, serving the general Indianapolis area and beyond. Our numbers are on the screen, our email, and we have a lot of openings for a lot of clients. We have a lot of openings for a lot of clients. So reach out to us. We thank you. Please like Picom Care Associates on Facebook. Share our content on your walls. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Until next time, Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the Peak Wellness Hour. We're going to keep diving in. Go ahead,
Can I
Queen.
say something? And please go
Ooh,
like Peak Wellness Hour. Peak Wellness Hour is a page on Facebook. We are 146 down, okay? So we need four more people. Four more people. Go like Peak Wellness Hour so we can broadcast. We can come to you live from our Peak Wellness Hour page. Please do. Thank you so much.
yes, yes, yes. And all that information is in the description. You all can look for Edith, Queen Edith's information. Join her Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays virtually.
I'm still dressing. Oh wow, it's she's frozen. Okay, join me Sunday at church. I will please like my page, Pastor Edith, Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, Queen G's page, and you find all the details to church and to all the things that are going on in our lives. We appreciate you, we love you. Take care of yourself. Ask yourself questions. Why is my body responding this way? What is at the root of it? How do I even talk about this? What is the words to use when I'm talking to my doctor? Please get the information, learn you, get to know you so you can tell when things are off and you can ask yourself the right questions so you can get well. Our theme is get well, be well, body, soul, and spirit. And until we come your way again next week, have yourselves an amazing week. Thank you so much. Queen, peace, love, and blessings to you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Queen
you.
G.